So tell me, you have heard about that screening is very tough, right? And the
Yeah.
most of the people get out from there. And in
Yes.
your head, you said on a call that I was just aiming कि मेरी screening clear हो जाए. Recommendation was not at
Yeah.
all your aim, right?
Not my call.
Okay. Now, when you are going, what happened? What happened? I don't understand. मतलब ये क्या था फिर? जब screening हो गई उसके बाद क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में? A very warm welcome to all of you to Self Selection Board, a one step towards uniform. मेरा नाम है शुभम वार्ष्णे और अभी जिनको आपने देखा उनका नाम है गुरुदत्त. रिकमेंडेड कैंडिडेट दिख रहे हैं आपको? जरा इनकी शक्ल देख के आपको लगता है बड़े मासूम से दिखते हैं. इनफैक्ट अगर इनकी शक्ल थोड़ी मैच करने की कोशिश करो उदित नारायण साहब से मिलती है. बट यही इंसान आज रिकमेंड होने के बाद एस्पायर करता है कि वो मार्कोस कमांडो बनेगा. जरा इनकी बात सुनिए ध्यान से. This side, but let me tell you guys, he is recommended from INET entry, and this is the possible movement that you are seeing a future Marcos commando. And
Yes.
that was a very inspiring moment for us that the people person is really damn determined about it. So you told me that either in any forces I go, whether in the CAPF I go, I will be Cobra Commando. If I go in the Indian Army, I will going to join Para SF. Okay, you join Indian Air Force, you will like to be Garund Commando. Why you want to be the commando? Yeah, what's so inspired, what's so inspired about their life, Marcos? गुरुदत्त भाई की जर्नी में एक सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम थी. वो क्या थी? वो थी कम्युनिकेशन. उनको इंग्लिश बोलने में हिचकिचाहट थी. अभी आपको इस बारे में डिटेल में पता लगेगा, पर सोच के देखिए जिसकी कम्युनिकेशन ही वीक है वो एसएसबी में रिकमेंडेशन कैसे पाएगा. अब इस बात पे उन्होंने महारत कैसे हासिल की है कम्युनिकेशन में वो आपको पता लगेगी. बट मैं जब फोन पे बात कर रहा था मैंने कहा भाई फिर आपने कम्युनिकेशन की बात करी है. कम्युनिकेशन में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है स्क्रीनिंग में. अगर आपकी कम्युनिकेशन ही अच्छी नहीं है आप स्क्रीनिंग नहीं निकाल सकते. उन्होंने कहा शुभम भाई आप मेरी बात का यकीन नहीं मानोगे पर मेरा पहला अटेम्प्ट था. मेरे पहले अटेम्प्ट में से मेरा एम इतना था कि मैं किसी तरह स्क्रीनिंग कर लूं. रिकमेंडेशन मेरा एम था ही नहीं. मैंने कहा ओके अगर रिकमेंडेशन एम था नहीं आप तो रिकमेंडेड हो गए हैं फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में तो ये रिकमेंड कैसे हुए. तो उन्होंने कहा शुभम याद रखिए मेरा एम भले ये था कि मैं स्क्रीन हो जाऊं बट जब आप किसी बैटल के लिए तैयार करते हैं तो आप हमेशा पहली गोली के लिए तैयार नहीं करते, एंटायर बैटल के लिए तैयार करते हैं. और यही मेरी कहानी है. तो मैंने कहा कैसे आप तैयार करते हो. तो उनसे बातचीत करते करते मुझे पता लगा कि उनकी जर्नी में एक मेंटोर हैं और ये उनके सबसे बड़े फैन अपने आप को कहते भी हैं कि आई एम अ बिग फैन ऑफ डॉक्टर कमांडर एन के नटराजन सर. तो मैंने कहा क्या आप इनसे मुलाकात कर चुके हैं, क्या आप इनसे मिले हैं, क्या इनके इंस्टीट्यूट में गए हैं. उन्होंने कहा नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली सर के वीडियो लेक्चर देखता था, बुक देखी है, दोनों बुक एक्चुअली ये वाली बुक भी और ये वाली बुक भी, और इससे मेरा रिकमेंडेशन हुआ है. आगे क्या जर्नी है उनके मुंह से ही समझते हैं क्या कहना चाहेंगे वो. जय हिंद. जय हिंद गुरुदत्त भाई,
Jai
कैसे हैं आप?
Oh, great. How
Great.
are
So,
you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So you are the viewer of my channel, and after watching the video, I think you decide to wear the blue shirt right now. Is it so?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay. So how's your journey been? कभी सोचा था कि रिकमेंडेशन लेने के बाद मुलाकात होगी यहाँ पर,
नहीं कभी नहीं सोचा.
कि जहाँ कहीं वीडियोस दिखा करते थे आज रिकमेंडेशन होने के बाद मुलाकात होगी.
Yeah, I used to watch many videos of recommended people, in your channel as well as many other channels. So
Okay.
yeah, मैंने इतना सोचा भी नहीं था कि मैं I will be in this side.
Okay, so this side, but let me tell you guys, he is recommended from INET entry, and this is the possible movement that you are seeing a future Marcos commando. And
Yes.
that was a very inspiring moment for us that the people person is really damn, you know, determined about it. So you told me that either in any forces I go, whether in the CAPF I go, I will be Cobra Commando. If I go in the Indian Army, I will going to join Para SF. Okay, you join Indian Air Force, you will like to be Garund Commando. Why you want to be the commando? Yeah, what's so inspired? What's so inspired about their life, Marcos?
Simple thing about being an elite commando is, they require high level of physical as well as mental endurance. They are, they have a attitude like never give up attitude.
Yes.
So that thing of a commando, made me inspired to volunteer for to go and volunteer for special forces.
But you say
And
the
especially,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Please complete
no,
your comment.
no, especially if you see, I have seen Marcos. I don't know if they are specifically Marcos, but I have seen commandos who are diving. There is a bridge that is nearby to our nearby Southern Naval Command in Kochi. So when I used to go there, I always see these Navy officials jumping from the bridge, as part of the diving course. So, that fearlessness in them, caught me, and that part inspired me to go for elite courses.
That go for elite. And the bridge height is almost a 3-4, like third floor, jumping from
Yeah,
the third floor,
almost
right?
2 to 3 floor high.
Yeah. So you say the Marcos are the three-dimensional forces, right? Why do you
Yes.
so so? Why do you say so?
Okay. So the thing about Marcos is they are three-dimensional force. That
Hmm.
means they are expert in para jumping. They are all professional divers. Only after diving course you can go for Marcos course. So they are all professional divers, and other than that, they are wonderful in urban warfare, or they are all very good with the guns. We did see that in Mumbai attacks, how good they are. Also, this three-dimensional thing inspired me to volunteer for go and volunteer for Marcos.
Okay.
So this is the thing.
Okay. So your life is really have a hustle. You gave three times
Exactly.
CDS, sorry, three times NDA and you failed three
NDA.
times, right? And that zeal to join armed forces was from the very early age. So you have
Yes.
waited for your graduation to be completed in the BTech and then you decide to give. So now this is the third form which you have filled and this is your first SSB, right? You
Yes.
fill for
Yes.
TGC, you fill for SC Tech also, and this is the final INET which you're able to
Yes.
give, right? So tell me, what was the feeling you have when you have seen your first call letter? How's the goosebumps got
The
there?
Yes. It was actually in the month of January,
Mm-hmm.
last January, when
Okay.
I got the call letter for TGC 131.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the that moment was it was a goosebumps moment for me. That yeah, finally I am uh, getting to attend the SSB, because it was because I couldn't clear the NDA, and the dream of attending an SSB was like I was waiting for that moment after these 4 years. So finally, when I did see that call letter, and similarly there is a friend of mine who has similar journey like me, and yeah, and myself and him got the same date in Allahabad, for TGC. So we were both very happy, and we were waiting like anything to go for SSB. But unfortunately, lockdown happened and we couldn't attend it.
Yes, but I like to, coin you over here. So, you are a kind of person who has a weak communication skill. And I'm sure you were aware of that period of time that in the SSB or in the armed forces, a strong communication skill is needed.
Yes.
So, I asked you one question on the call that before lockdown, if you give yourself marks out of 10 for the communication skill, you said 4 or 5. But after
Yes.
lockdown, you said it's 8.
Yes.
Right? What is the reason? What happened before earlier? What happened with earlier communication before lockdown? How?
Okay. So my schooling was, my school is Kendriya Vidyalaya,
Okay.
INS Dronacharya. It itself is inside in a naval campus.
Okay.
But uh, I never, used to talk to English with friends or any others. Yes, with teachers sometimes I used to talk English, but that fluency was not there.
Okay.
We all speak in Malayalam, or if he was a North Indian, I used to speak in Hindi.
Okay.
English was not there. But
Okay.
after schooling, when I came to college here, there were a lot of opportunities for me to speak English, like in seminar. There was a lot of presentations happening in college. Slowly, communication skills were increasing. But before lockdown, when the call letter came, and I self introspected myself, where is my weakness? Where I have to improve? So
Mm-hmm.
this communication skill aspect came to me. So I knew that I was very weak, and before SSB, I should brush up my communication skill. I should improve it like nothing. And yes, after that,
I like to
I
take a pause over here. You
yeah,
said very
yeah,
wonderful words, but that's in a malai जिसे हम कहते हैं ऊपर ऊपर की कहानी. ठीक है? So I like to take a dig deep inside. So what exactly happened in your communication skill? You said that your English was not at all good. Do you feel hesitation in speaking, in a public speaking, or do you feel the lack of words are coming when you are trying to speak English? What's happening that period of time when you facing the problem of communication?
that was the exact thing that happened to me. When I speak, I had a good confidence. I had confidence, but certain times the words doesn't come to my mouth. The word doesn't come to my mouth. I get stuck and I keep blabbering. So it was not easy to hear English. So soon after the lockdown started and my SSB call letter came for INET, I knew that yes, I had to kind of improve my communication skill like nothing. So I practiced, read books to increase my vocabulary.
Okay.
And
Okay. So I like to ask one question. So at that period of lockdown, you were practicing your communication skill with the one standard method which everyone used, that is practice in front of mirror. Am I right?
yeah,
Yeah. So while practicing in front of mirror, you saw many times that you get stuck somewhere always.
yeah,
But that
yes,
opposite happened in the lecture, that you fluently able to deliver your lecture.
yes,
So I'm not able to, कनेक्ट, जहां एक इंसान को दिक्कत आ रही मिरर के सामने भी एक बार में बोलने में, वहीं सबके सामने बोलने में फ्लुएंटली बोल गया. हाउ डज हैपन?
simple magic, practicing.
It's just
Just
practicing.
keep practicing. Yeah, keep on practicing. I used to deliver the lecturate in front of the mirror by 2 3 topics per day.
Mm-hmm.
And first I used to kind of map all the points in my mind
Mm-hmm.
for 1 minute, and then I used to speak in front of the mirror, keep the time as 3 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
start the timer and speak. I know
Mm-hmm.
first during the first time I usually get stuck. Even after 1 minute, I'm kind of not getting the point what I wanted to convey. But after practicing for 2 3 months, I was kind of able to get the words. And yeah, I also started watching various English discussions in channels like Rajya Sabha TV. There is a program called Big Picture, and various experts come and discuss about the various problems in our country. So that helped me in a lot of aspects in GED, in lecture, in general knowledge, etc. So that made me improve my communication skills.
So that's how you improve your communication skill. But on the
That's how I improve. Keep
yeah,
on practicing.
keep
That is
on
the key.
practicing. That's the only solution.
That's the only
So
solution.
okay, I like to come back on this part again. But on the phone, I said after having a communication, you seems like a big fan of Commander Natarajan sir.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. All of the aspirants are a big fan of the
No, how's the
lot of
impact?
us.
So you first watch a GTO Brain Insight, which our viewer can see the video, and from that video, it decide that you will going to buy the CD, right?
Yeah,
So you will always remain in contact of Natarajan, whether offline, online. You are watching his CD, you are seeing his book as a review, and you are also going through the free webinar which Natarajan sir are conducting on the weekly process. Okay, so tell me, you have heard about that screening is very tough, right? And the
yeah,
most of the people get out from there. And in
yeah,
your head, you said on a call that I was just aiming कि मेरी screening clear हो जाए. Recommendation was not at
yeah.
all your aim, right?
Not my call.
Okay. Now when you are going, what happened? What happened? I don't understand. मतलब ये क्या था फिर? जब screening हो गई उसके बाद क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में?
या आफ्टर स्क्रीनिंग ऐसा ही चल रहा था कि वो वाओ, स्क्रीनिंग हो जाए तो या बढ़िया, अब बढ़िया है, जस्ट आई वुड जस्ट गो एंड अटेंड व्हाट सी व्हाट इज, ऐसा थोड़ा ऐसा एटीट्यूड था.
Okay.
बट सून आफ्टर द साइक गॉट ओवर,
Hmm.
आई मुझे ये आया कि यार साइक तो मैंने बहुत बढ़िया किया.
अच्छा.
I had a self satisfaction कि I did way better than what I practiced in my home.
Okay.
Yeah, I could kind of finish all the TATs within time,
Hmm.
attend all the WATs, and kind of SRTs I could do 45, and SD also I could easily write. So after the psych test got over, मेरा confidence दो गुना हो गया था कि if there is a chance of getting recommendation if I do well in other tasks also. So
Okay.
that confidence, gave me immense strength
Okay. Great.
to perform in GTO as well as interview as well,
So
personal interview.
you are the same guy who's saying I was confident right now, and you're the same guy before coming SSB saying I was too nervous. मेरी
Yeah,
हालत पतली होने
because
वाली
it's
है.
a first time. The process is bit unconventional process. It's not
Hmm.
like any other. It's not like you are writing civil service exam or no. The process there is simply unconventional. You are dealing with it first time. There is a bit of nervousness, and I'm not a good Hindi speaker, so every instructions are coming in Hindi
Yeah, somehow in
regarding
yes.
NCOs and JCOs. So I was a bit nervous कि ये क्या हो रहा है इधर, ऐसा ऐसा फीलिंग था. लेकिन soon after screening वो nervousness खत्म हो गया. Because मेरा aim तो थोड़ा okay, let's there is a huge number of people who are getting screened out. So वो number देख के मैं थोड़ा nervous हो गया था.
अच्छा.
But soon after screening, I gained my confidence back and nervousness went to zero.
Nervous wins to zero. Okay, great. So, there's a lot of things happen in your entire interview. Okay, in entire SSB process. Number one, there is no conclusion of the story came up while GD, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Number two, you said that your first OIR booklet didn't went well. Second one went well.
yeah,
Correct? Third, the one thing happened good is you complete your PPNT story while narration
mm,
and while writing also. So what is going in
yeah,
your head when there is a mixed response of your performances going on during the screening?
yeah. There was a mixed response. First, if I tell you about the OIR, yeah, first set was pretty time consuming. It was easy actually. It was easy, but it was time consuming. There was a lot of problems involving a lot of calculation. So, and the time was also very low. So, most of the aspirants couldn't complete the first set of OIR in time. I think at most someone did around 40, 45. I could do only about 30 OIR. But the next OIR set was very easy. We could all the aspirants could easily complete the that set. Around almost all of the people did 45 plus or attempted or 45 plus at OIR in that set. So after that, still one mantra of Natarajan sir came to my mind. Key PPDT is more important. PPDT is the key. Doesn't matter if OIR low हो गया तो भी ठीक है, but you should do very well in PPDT. So that mantra was always in my mind. And regarding the PPDT, the should I tell you the
No, there's no
elaborated
need of
PPDT?
story. I want because they are the kind
Uh,
of people who will learn the story and write the same story. So I don't want the story over here. So I want to
okay.
know the one thing that for every problem of your SSB, end up by seeing the resources or material of Natarajan sir, whether CD or a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me one thing. While you're watching a CD, you're really influenced of one thing that sir was checking every person's story in that CD.
Yes, yes.
So how does it
Each and
help?
every.
Because it's not your story, it's someone else's story.
Yes. Yeah, it is someone else's story, yeah. But I used to watch the video, watch the picture, make my own story. Okay, but when sir evaluate all other people's story, you will get some idea that okay, we shouldn't cross the we shouldn't add extra masala to the story. Okay, like that we can evaluate our own story like that. कि हाँ, this this theme is bit not reflecting your personal. There is nothing in the story to evaluate. So वो एक था कि हाँ we can compare our story with other story also. And we could figure out कि हाँ हमें इधर हमने गलत किया था. So yeah, it was easy actually. And there was a lot of there are like 10 to 15 candidates in that video. And there are a lot of different stories coming out, and we could see how how imagination is of every student. And yeah, that helped me a lot. And Natarajan sir also used to tell them about how communication skills play a good part in GD. So seeing all the candidates can give you we can easily get prepared after seeing the video.
So you
It is
have one
not that.
strategy. You have one strategy while preparing for Natarajan sir CD is that when the question pop up in front of the screen, you write the answer by yourself, and
Yeah,
then you compare that what the sir doing reviewing of the other stories, and you try to match what the problem I have, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's great thing. Well, tell me one thing. You never been to the coaching of by the Natarajan sir or anyone else, right? So tell me one thing. How do you get such a confidence that you are going on a right path? I know that
Yeah,
CD is really good, book is really good. You have referred the book also, you have referred the Ashok sir book also. All the books are in front of the people right now. But how do you getting such a confidence that I'm going on the right path?
actually, my plan was simple. Just go and attend the first SSB.
Okay.
I will learn about my weakness there. If I am, I couldn't perform well in psych test, I would go for the psych test mastery program. If my interview is a bit lacking, then I would go for interview mastery program. So this was actually my plan.
So your
So
was
I thought,
plan was clear that you're
yeah.
going to meet Ashok sir and Commander Chakmai sir after that.
After that, if there is something to improve, I will do that. I was,
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
But yeah, recommendations ने पलट दिया.
रिकमेंडेशन सब पलट दिया. Okay.
Okay.
ओके जिनके बारे में भी गुरुदत्त बात कर रहे थे वो थे अशोक सर। अशोक सर भोपाल के एक्स साइकोलॉजिस्ट रह चुके हैं और इनका प्लान ये था कि इस बार अगर ये फेल हुए तो वो क्या करेंगे, अशोक सर को अपना जो साइकोलॉजी का टेस्ट है टेट वेट एसआरटी वो चेक करवाएंगे और अगर वो इंटरव्यू की वजह से फेल होते हैं तो वो कमांडर चकपाई सर के साथ अपना मॉक इंटरव्यू करवाएंगे और ये है कमांडर चकपाई सर। ये थी इनका प्लानिंग अगर ये फेल होते हैं तो किसी भी कारण से। चलिए अब आगे बढ़ते हैं। यहां से जरा हम वापस लेकर आते हैं, कहानी लेकर आ रहा हूं पर्सनल इंटरव्यू की। व्हेन आई टॉकिंग टू योर कॉल यू सेड शुभम मेरा पर्सनल इंटरव्यू शायद ठीक नहीं गया।
ठीक नहीं
ठीक
गया.
है, आपने कहा पर मेरे हिसाब से तो बहुत सही गया था। So what happened there? Probably there was one trainee personal interviewing officer there, and one of the main interviewing officer was there. And वहां पर प्रॉब्लम आपको लगी थी कि नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आपसे टेक्निकल पूछे जा रहे थे बार बार।
हाँ.
So what was the question which you lack in answering?
So there are, I could have done a lot more in my personal interview. First of all, regarding technical questions, I actually brushed up my technical basic electronics knowledge. Other than that, communications. But yes, they dug deeper. For example, first they asked me about the satellite communication. I answered them very well how satellite communication takes place. But soon they dug deeper and asked me what is the block diagram in the transmitter side, what is the block diagram in the receive side. So I got stuck there, but I confidently said, I don't know, sir, but I will get back to you soon. And these were the technical, and other technical question was the remote sensing part. They asked me what was remote sensing, but I didn't know that, and I confidently told them, sorry, sir, I don't know, but I will soon get back to you later. They बोला था.
Fair enough. So your interview went on the three phase. Number one, rapid fire. Number
Rapid
two,
fire.
it's went to the political question because you have to tell about the CAPF, right?
Yes.
And number three, it went to your technical questions. Now, one thing
Yes.
you have said very boldly in your interview, sir, I didn't said for corporate interview in my college placement,
Yes.
right? So, did you feel that I did some bluntness while answering this question, or you are confident? No, it's a complete right answer. It's a right answer. I do not need to, do any manipulation over there.
No, I knew that this question would be asked in the
Okay.
interview. Why I'm not, I'm just sitting idly now. No, I'm not doing any job now. So okay, about that part, I answered the software field is not my cup of tea. I actually pursued BTech just because.
So before
I wanted
answering
to
this
join
question, just tell me how did you feel? It is right or wrong? मतलब how did you feel कि यार मैंने गलती से बोल दिया और मुझे नहीं बोलना चाहिए? How did you feel first time? Then
नहीं
please
नहीं
answer.
मैंने सच ही बोल दिया था इसलिए I didn't have any fear.
Okay, you don't have a fear. Okay, so your he asked for the reason. What the reason he asked?
Okay, so he asked me why my college is actually known for the best placement in my state in Kerala. Still, I didn't attend any placement because I knew the software field is not in my interest.
Okay.
My place is in armed force or at least the paramilitary. If not armed forces, then let's go for paramilitary or intelligence agencies. So that was my plan. I was actually simultaneously preparing for CAPF and now the IB form also came. So I was also, I knew that okay, IB form will also come. I should kind of study. So that was my backup plan. So I told them this is the truth. I have no interest in corporate field now. So they told me what if there is any medical problem. So I told them I will join prepare for forest service exam. I'm also passionate in forest service. So okay, they told me okay. So to check that they asked me a lot about political questions. How many Rajya Sabha members are elected? How are they elected? How is delimitation of democracy done? And who is the Trade and Commerce Minister? So a lot of questions pouring in, and I answered them confidently because I was already preparing for CAPF exam. So that gave me a good confidence.
That give a great confidence in your head. Okay. So tell me one thing when you said that your site went really well.
Yeah, very well.
Very
Best
well.
part would be
Yeah.
psych.
So what do you mean to say that you have done all the questions over there, or what the response you are saying that quality or quantity was really good? What do you like to say over there?
I would say both qualitative as well as quantitative thing was there. All I attempted all the 12 TATs, and I could actually I used to practice TATs in my home. I know how my story goes. So when I wrote the stories in TAT, so there are like two types of pictures. If I say one in which the problem is defined, we just have to kind of solve the problem out there, like fire in the house, a boy drowning. So I had practiced it a number of times, so it was easy for me to write and connect the character.
Okay.
But the question is when the neutral picture comes.
Okay.
So in neutral pictures, I simply connected my life experiences with what I saw in the picture, what I perceived in the picture. For example, if I say I saw actually a beach side, and a boy just walking in the shore. So I could once I had gone the Kochi beaches nearby me, and uh, there is a lot of organizations that pick up waste to clean the beach. So I was also once part of that and went to clean the beach. So I wrote that story itself. The maximum I connected it to my life experiences. So that satisfaction was always with me.
Okay, great.
So
So,
that's how I started.
okay, so your words are very clear. You are not putting masala in the story, right?
No,
So
it was
before
always
watching
gone to the point.
to the point, right? यहाँ पर नटराजन सर से मतलब सीडी देखने से पहले you write to do masala in your story.
Yeah.
So what was
No,
the mindset at that period of time? Because the people right now who are watching are writing the same masala in their story. So what masala? What was your mindset while writing the story that period of time?
So before I was purchasing, so before I was taking any, before even reading the books, when I used to write the stories, I would just go on writing the problems which are not there in the image, just adding masala and rescuing someone. Uh, I would write things that are not shown in the image, which are not even connected in the image. So after consistent effort after after watching the CD videos, and apart from that, webinar videos, and other than that, there were doubt clearing sessions by Natarajan sir, because we all formed a group who purchased CD, and Natarajan sir is the admin, and he hosted a doubt clearing session every month. So once Natarajan sir told ki don't add masala to just r- just write the picture as what you have seen. Don't add nothing, just see the picture as it is. Then that point came to my mind, and after that, when I used to practice, I saw a large difference, good difference
Yeah, but
between
don't your mind goes blank when sir said, just write what is you seen in the picture. So in the especially in the neutral kind of picture, which our viewers can see number of. So don't your mind goes blank on those? Yeah, what to write? There's nothing to write.
yeah. I was also, in that situation many number of times. There are sometimes there are negative pictures also.
Hmm.
Yeah, there are. I was also, into that situation. Sometimes I also get, blank when I see the picture. But after consistent practice, and I think reading books also helped me a lot. Reading books means reading novels. I used to read novels, watch, good movies, good series. I think that can help you in increasing your imagination. So this point was told by Ashok sir in your video once when I saw
Yes.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, he read books. So after that, I started reading books, and my imagination improved.
Okay, so you become firm of going Ashok sir and Commander Checkpoint sir after watching my videos.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Now that's a conclusion came off. Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
I should thank you first of all.
You're welcome. You're welcome. If it's helping, then that's a great thing. So almost, let me tell you one thing that more than 300 candidates got selected after watching these videos. So I feel really, really blessed, and I hope the one count of mine also come in. And
Yeah, you will wonder.
so let's move forward. So right now we have done something about the personal interview and psychology, but let's talk about the VET and SRT. So
Mm.
SRT has a problem of timing, right? You
Yeah,
have to write everything in a very precise timing of 30 seconds. If you are taking 10 seconds to write, sorry, to read, then you have around 25 seconds, 15 seconds to write.
yeah,
So what's your mindset over there? Because I'm sure you have faced the problem. But for every
yeah.
problem, you go back to Natarajan CD or book or Ashok sir book.
I would say all. So how to approach SRTs, I learned that in the CD. Okay, we should give a complete response. We shouldn't, come to the point, come on to the point. Don't elaborate much. We should keep the quality, but no, we should, we shouldn't compromise on quality. So that approach I learned from the CD, and from the books there are 5 6 sets of SRTs, 16 to 5 SRTs available. So I used to practice one set of SRT each day and keep a timing. कि हाँ कब तक खत्म हो जाएगा ये after half an hour how much SRTs can I do? But first when I practiced, it was like I could do only 30 to 35 SRTs at that time. But again, the magic is practicing. After practicing 5 6 SRTs again, and there are a lot of videos also available in YouTube in AFCAT channel as well. And after consistent practicing, the writing speed was coming, and my approach to SRT was simple. I used to put myself in that situation, imagine that situation, write that reaction accordingly, and that too quickly. So I
Okay,
could complete SRTs, almost 45 SRTs I could attempt in
45 SRT
half an hour.
you okay, 45 SRT you complete in half an hour. Okay, so let's move to the part where we talk about SD, self description. Okay, there you have a strength and weakness, and you directly ask your friends and your family about your strength and weakness. And the one strength came us that is honesty, and the weakness
Yeah,
came up the procrastination, where you do not complete your assignment on time.
yeah,
Yeah, and where you said on your strength also is be a disciplined guy. Okay, now there's a fluctuation. Discipline and procrastinator
yeah,
cannot stand together. I hope you know that.
yeah,
So why such a such kind of controversial thing you have put in front of SS, I mean in your SD?
yeah. Okay. So let me first tell you about what is the procrastination thing about me. So procrastination in the sense, the things which I have no interest, I tend to procrastinate.
Okay.
Our, one the best example would be college assignments. There
Mm-hmm.
is no benefit in doing assignments, if I tell you honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It was just copy and paste thing.
I
So
can correlate, brother. I can correlate.
yeah, so there is nothing useful in doing assignments. So
Mm-hmm.
I tend to kind of procrastinate that thing कि हाँ कल रखना है तो परसों रखूंगा ऐसा attitude था. But yes, I improve my weakness. I constantly work upon it. कि ऐसे अगर थोड़ा सा अगर घर पे कुछ काम बोला तो भी मैं थोड़ा प्रोक्रास्टिनेट करता था. I used to procrastinate. So, but nowadays, if I mom tells me to go to bazaar, doing okay, I will go there, keep my phone aside, go there, and bring what mom has demanded. So, ऐसा था. And coming to discipline, discipline in the sense, if I have an interest in something, best example would be my college project. I was so interested and so motivated to do my project. So, uh, if I am interested in some things, uh, the I would do it very disciplined and complete it in time. So that was the thing about my personality. So this came after self self introspecting as well as uh, talking to my friends as well as my family, especially mother. She knows me very well. So she told me कि तू अगर ऐसे बाजार जाने के लिए बोला तो तू नहीं जाता. तो ये तेरा वीकनेस है। तो बोला ओके, तो प्रोक्रास्टिनेटिंग इज अ
मुझे क्या
वीकनेस।
लगता है मम्मी को आपसे काम करवाना था एंड दैट वाज द रीजन शी सेड
Yes,
इट कैन बी द
maybe, yeah.
पॉसिबल रीजन कि कम से कम सब्जी लाने
Yeah,
का
but
काम तो
still,
खत्म हो।
I knew that कि हाँ मैं ऐसे, when I used to Instagram में से check the feed, and when mom tells me to go here bring this, no, I used to okay, I wait for 5 minutes or wait for 10 minutes, ऐसे ऐसे बोलता था, लेकिन अब नहीं. After I self introspected, then I worked on it, and when mom tells me instantly, I will keep my phone aside and go and do what she tells me.
मॉम एंड हर किचन इज वेरी हैप्पी अब सब्जियां टाइम पे आ जाती हैं
Yeah.
so that's great man
Up.
so I like to move forward from here so there's a part as I told the communication skill one of the biggest weakness of yours so now the time where the G2 has started and the
Yes.
GTO everything is about the communication
Mm.
from the day
Yeah.
one, from GD to lecture to GPE, for PGT to HGT to snake race, everything is going with the communication skill. So, do you have any
Yes.
kind of nervousness in your heart? What going to happen or something like
I
this?
used to have nervousness regarding communication skills before SSB, but after improving my communication skills, now I was confident enough to talk to anyone with English in English. So that confidence was there in me during SSB time. I could easily discuss in GD, easily discuss about the common plan and GP. And in PGT also, I could convey my solutions very easily, very confidently. So that thing I had improved a lot.
That thing is just happened because of reading books, doing mirror exercise, and doing more practice, right?
First I was actually lazy at first, to speak in front of the mirror. वो आ जाता है कि यार ऐसा होता है क्या कि ये अंग्रेजी सब बड़े लोगों की बातें है नहीं. But after consistent practicing, you will surely come to speak in English, or you could talk to the friends about speak talk to your parents or friends in English. I cannot talk to my parents in English. They don't understand English much. So I use this mirror exercise as the best way to improve myself.
Okay, the mirror exercise was the best. Okay. So I like to come to one point where the Natarajan sir videos you said it is very concise and it's to the point. You never have a when to do PGT ever in whether PGT, AGT or command task. आपने कभी नहीं किया. You never did it, right? You just watched the video and you said it is very concise, very precise, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
मेरे तो मतलब दिमाग के ऊपर से चला गया. How is it possible that after watching a video you are so strongly saying, so strongly recommended that ये चीज ऐसी है जो मदद कर जाएगी और तुम्हें कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं. How is it practically
No,
possible?
the thing about PGT, HGT, and command task is whatever be the obstacle, the principle behind it is simply the principle of cantilever.
Okay.
If you understand what is principle of cantilever, understand it, 100%. If you can understand it, no obstacle is hard for you. So there are a lot of Natarajan sir taught us about direct bridging, improvised cantilever, complex cantilever. So that explanation was very, wonderful explanation. So I could easily after that. I was also nervous कि PGT तो अभी मैंने किया ही नहीं PGT, and when I did the PGT and kept the point of principle of cantilever and using various combination of octavely and rope, I could easily come to the solution very easily. And one thing is you should clear your mind. Then you should concentrate on your obstacle, uh, hide your nervousness, not hide. You should keep your nervousness out of the way. And then I think if you go and do the obstacle, the solution will surely come to your mind.
Okay, so the way Natarajan sir has told everything in the CD video, it really helped out because they are saying everything to the point, right? And the every cantilever format you understand from the video, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I like to come to the point where in the real SSB, what gonna happen with you? What's your mindset? Do you have a mindset of group mindset that I have to take a group together, or your mindset is just to solve the cantilever?
No, since the name itself is it's a group task. It is a group task. It is a progressive group task. So you should always, you know, take your team with you. In PGT, if I say I was the one who initiated and solved the obstacle. The first obstacle was simply the direct bridging. I took the plank and kept it over and told my group mates ki let us do the direct bridging. We can easily okay. Group also accepted that and we I also helped them. In first I went and then I helped others also to cross the bridge. But since it is a not every group member can uh, pass through the obstacle at a time. So 2 3 people passed the obstacle and then came and then we all helped each other to cross one obstacle after another and each and every group member had been given a chance to find the solution. So it was a first of all I think because it was a freshers group it was very there was no fish market there was no fight it was the group was very good and each of the group members were helping others. So it is always a group work and teamwork that will help you, qualify.
See, brother, you are telling everything, which is one of the most ideal state of every PGT. I don't know how it
Yeah,
happened. You said those words, but let me
yeah,
bring
I
out
know.
some things.
I'm lucky. I think.
Yeah, I think you are lucky. So let
Yeah,
me remind some moments from your PGT, which I personally believe in every PGT happen. Like a other person in your group, like to say, let me come in front. I want to say something.
yeah,
Maybe it happened with you. Maybe it happened with you
yeah.
when you start with the initial direct bridging. The people start speaking at the same time.
That didn't happen in our group. I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
it happened. So that's a really lucky group. So tell me
Yeah,
one
that's
thing.
a lucky group.
That's a really lucky group which you get with
That's
the
a very
idealize.
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's great. So let's come to the GP part, group planning exercise part.
okay.
Okay, in the GP you told me while practicing GP, what you did, the trial sir video, you when the question come in front of you, you just made the answer by yourself, and when the whole GP is done, you correlate your answer with the other people answer and cross check with the response from Natran sir. Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay, great. So let me ask one thing directly. You have learned this thing. This is one of the basic things you learn. But when you go to the real GP, do you find any kind of difference?
yeah. The questions are different, the problems are different, but I think the basic thing is always the same. Should
Okay,
prioritize your problems give the attend the first priority, solve the first priority, and then consecutively with minimum time and minimum distance, you have to solve all the problems. So the basic thing is this. So Natarajan sir told us to told the video told in the video he talked about how to prioritize problems, how to define how problems should be given priority. Some problems should be immediately we should solve it, but some we can have a little time and then we can solve it. So we should first prioritize it, structure the solution, and yeah, assign time limit ki kitne देर में ये we will solve this problem, and within minimum effort and with external resources, you can easily solve the GP. I think GP is actually one of the easiest process according to me because the problems defined are simple.
okay. One of the easiest process I understood. But don't you feel little surprised? Your group is one of the idle group, and only two people get recommended, and from your entire batch.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? That's just a perspective. I'm not pointing out any person, neither your believers. But what wrong happened with other people if the group is so idle? Everyone is cooperating, everyone is doing together same thing, and bringing out the best results. So, what happened wrong in their cases? What do you believe?
I think one possibility might be, as a group, okay, we were good, but they could have, their psych test or interview would be not up to the expectations. Maybe that is a possibility, I don't know. But as a group, we were all very good, actually.
Okay, as a group, you
Maybe that
were
is a possibility.
okay. That's really good. But in that group, I'm sure in GP, one thing has happened with you, and that is that you are fighting for something which is unnecessary. Like गाय को बचाना है, बुलक काट गिर गई है, horse को problem हो गई है, and something. So did it happen in your case?
No, actually, when the discussion started, I stated out my solution. Lots of points came out pouring in after that. Most of the solutions were actually correct solutions. No one were prioritizing the problem which required least attention. So almost all group members were easily prioritizing it in the correct way, and there was a consensus up soon after that. So there was not big fight, but yes, in some aspects there was there was a debate, not discussion. There was a debate going on. The, uh, because the time at which the problem happened was at 5 a.m. So someone argued that uh, we can't repair the vehicle at this point of time. So someone argued that 5 a.m. में कौन आएगा और क्या कौन आएगा इस समय में. So there was a debate, but at the end, okay, we as a group we were very good and we could come to a common solution very well.
Okay, so coming to the conclusion. Okay, so there was a part which I tossed earlier also, which regarding your communication skill. Okay, so you said that clearly your speaking in front of mirror, reading books has helped you out. So somewhere listening news in English doesn't help you out to understand English exactly. So many times in English medium people face the problem that they can read and write English, but they cannot understand English. What the person in front of him is saying. So did you face that problem?
Yeah, I faced that problem a lot of times. So the main therapy about that would be reading books. So reading books can, brush up your vocabulary. And other than that, consistent listening. And if you are not understanding any word, just go Google out and know what because the discussions in these news channels are very high. They are high level experts in their own fields. They discuss in high standard English. So after hearing that, and I used to Google, if I don't understand any word, I used to Google it, find out the meaning, and then again come back to it. Okay, I used to store that in my mind, yeah, about the points, and I used to write that points so that it can help in many aspects. One is in GD, one is in lecturate, and other is to increase your grasp in personal interview. So the hearing the discussion, storing it in your mind, and writing it down can increase your grasp. So this was a strategy I followed.
Okay, great. So that was a strategy that was completely fine. But tell me one thing. When the all the 3 days happened, personal interview, GD, personal interview, GTO and site. So what was the everything goes in your head? कि सब सही चल रहा है, कुछ गड़बड़ हो सकती है, maybe I'm getting screen out, maybe you're recommended, or you are not at all thinking about any of these things, and you're just performing.
मुझे ये समझ में आया था कि आई एम अ वेरी गुड आई थॉट दैट I was a borderline very much high borderline candidate because of the interview, just because of the interview. Because interview was a bit lacking for me, but the psych and GTO was very good. So I thought maybe they will not recommend me this time, but I will be a high borderline case. But soon after conference, my morale and confidence were boosted because the conference length was much longer than other candidates. So I thought कि हाँ ये हो सकता है recommendation. So yeah, after that, yeah, they called my assessment. So ये attitude ये था कि I will improve my interview part a bit, and next time I will surely get recommended. ये थोड़ा confidence था.
ये कॉन्फिडेंस था,
But
बट
yeah,
आपको किसी ने बताया कि टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन आप एक आध गलत भी कर दें या कुछ हो जाए, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो आपकी पर्सनैलिटी का हिस्सा नहीं है, इस बात को आपकी नॉलेज नहीं थी आपको?
no, I knew that, but the problem was with in rapid fire. I got stuck in one part of the rapid fire.
What was that?
Yeah, the rapid fire was basically about all your hobbies and what you do in your free time, and tell me about your friends in your neighborhood, friends in your class. So that part, after 2 3 questions, I got stuck. I forgot what was the questions that were after. I politely asked the interviewing officer to repeat the same. So he repeated the questions, and after that, I could easily answer them. So that part I thought कि stuck हो गया था, 2 3 टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन मैं बोल नहीं पाया था. So that part haunted me. That interview थोड़ा गंदा चला था, but I don't know what happened. But I got
So it went really good. So your conference was very interesting. So they asked about your community, right? So what was the exact question they asked you?
Okay, so in the conference, since they asked what our languages in the AIQ form, so I uh, filled it as Konkani. Actually, my mother tongue is Konkani, and I'm a minority community. We are a small community who are living in Kochi, and so they asked me, "You are Konkani, and how did you come to Kerala?" And so they asked about all the history part of our community. I knew ki they will certainly ask me about this, and I knew. So I had answer for that. I used to study my history regarding my ancestors when Portuguese were ruling Goa. They persecuted us, and we had to we fled Goa and come to southern states like Karnataka and Kerala, and eventually a community started forming here, and that was the thing about my community.
Okay, so this
So
was
they
one of the
specifically asked.
most unexpected questions. This was the most unexpected question which was asked to you, right? So
Yeah,
what you were expecting कि जो मैंने गलती पर्सनल इंटरव्यू में करी है वो ही पूछा जाएगा, right?
yeah,
So you are prepared with that. You go to the cyber cafe, you just prepare what is going to happen, what the question I mistake, and you made in the mind.
yeah.
Okay. So tell me one thing which all everything has been done right now. We have asked all the questions. So did you tell your parents that I'm going for a ball party and I need a partner right now? So do you have a girl in your mind?
No, not now, but maybe in future. Let's
Maybe
see.
in the future. Okay, great man, great. And thank you so much for your lovely time. And I wish we are seeing the future Marcos right now and आप मार्को में जरूर हो और मुलाकात अब जरूर हो मैरून बैरो में. Thank you brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
I hope this session helps all the aspirants out there, and hope and let it be one step towards the uniform ITS.
yes.
And yeah, Jai Hind and
Jai Hind, brother. Jai Hind. Thank you so much for your lovely time, brother. Thank you.
thank you.
गुरुदत्त को अपना ड्रीम पाने के लिए एक मेंटोर की जरूरत थी। वो यहाँ पर आए डॉक्टर कमांडर एन के नटराजन। उन्होंने तो खाली बुक्स और वीडियो का सहारा लिया, बट अगर आपको सर की डायरेक्ट गाइडेंस भी चाहिए ना तो बेझिझक सर को नंबर मिला देना। यहाँ पर सर की एक खास बात ये रहती है, कम से कम 5 से 6 बार स्क्रीनिंग कराते हैं। 5 से 6 बार स्क्रीनिंग, इसका मतलब 5 से 6 बार आप एसएसबी होकर आ गए। समझ रहे हैं आप? आपको 5 से 6 बार का एसएसबी का एक्सपीरियंस हो गया और यहां पर वो आपकी गलतियां बता देते हैं जिससे आप स्टेज 1 में आउट ना हो। सो बिल्कुल भी हिचकिचाए नहीं। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में, डायरेक्ट फोन भी मिला सकते हैं और ये जो किताबें हैं और वीडियोस लेक्चर हैं इसका लिंक भी आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। मैं लेता हूं आपसे विदा। जय हिंद, टेक केयर, बाय बाय। मैं उनको रोज सोचता हूँ, मैं उनको रोज सोचता हूँ, वो है अंतिम पगों के निशान।